everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to really just sit down and make a video. I have had this topic on my mind for a while, and I just wanted to kind of sit down and talk about it and kind of just open up a discussion. So today is a video about loving yourself. So loving yourself is so much more than just being okay with yourself. Living with yourself on a daily basis, it has to do with so much more. And I think that really does stem from things, in your childhood and the way you grew up, the way you perceive yourself now, your accomplishments, your failures. Everything kind of comes back to how we feel about ourselves. So I wanted to just kind of talk from the heart and share, my feelings and experiences and where I'm at in my journey with loving myself. So I've always been kind of an insecure person. The word self-esteem kind of came my way when I was around like 8, 9 years old, which is very young for a young girl to think about what self-esteem really means, and to kind of start having views of image and comparing myself to others. So I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s, which is an amazing time to be alive. I love my childhood so much. I love it. I love everything iconic about the early 2000s. It was the best time to be alive, honestly. Kids today, you have no idea. Like, seeing the introduction of technology, I still read magazines, I read books, I listened to CDs. I had like a big ass CD player, cassette tapes, VHSs, all that fun stuff. But anyway, I digress. I remember I used to have a magazine come in the mail. That was like the highlight of my month, was reading all those articles, and it was just, stuff about like, being a preteen and getting older. And I remember seeing this one girl in the magazine, and she had boobs, and I look at my flat self and I was like, I want to look like her. And that was a thought that crossed my mind, like, why can't I look like her? Because in my reflection in the mirror, I wasn't happy with the way I looked. I thought, I don't look like her, but in my mind, she's resonating to me as beautiful. And she has these assets that, people seem to gravitate to. It's hard to say like what society views as beautiful, because everyone's different, but there's a societal view that, women have to have big boobs, a big butt, small waist, clear skin, small features, perfect hair, perfect height, small feet, or like in between feet. Like, there's every kind of standard. Like, there's like a certain standard for women to kind of abide by, and it's ridiculous because not every one person looks the same. But growing up, that was my first perception of image, was seeing that girl in the magazine and praying to God that I could look like her in the morning. Really ridiculous. But I can't even dream of growing up in today's day with TikTok and all these different streams that young girls are on every single day, multiple times a day. Like, I would close the magazine and then I would go outside and play, and I would just kind of forget about everything. Like, I wasn't on the computer all the time. I wasn't on my phone. I didn't have a phone. Like, I didn't have a phone until I was in high school. That wasn't a thing. And even then, I didn't have internet. I was able to take photos and videos, and I don't even know what early cell phones had available, but there was no internet. So, the internet was very limited. It was just like on the family computer, and you weren't looking for things, there, because you don't want to get caught. But my point is, like, watching TV shows, I would see, women, and I used to glue pom-poms on my dolls to give them boobs. Like, to me, boobs were so important and such like a feminine feature, and the fact that I never really got big ones, I still don't, really wore on me. It really made me question my worth, my value, my self-esteem. I also don't like some features on my face, and I want to change them. And to be honest, it got worse as I aged. I felt like, success and everything is wonderful, good and well, but if I couldn't look at myself in the mirror and be happy with myself, it doesn't matter what I had or what I didn't have. I wasn't happy because I didn't look the way I wanted to look. So then it became a matter of, okay, well, if I could afford to look this way, I would be happy. Like money can buy me a new nose, boobs. I can buy myself, different procedures. Like I want to get my lip done, like my upper lip, and I want to get my brows done, and I want to do all these cosmetic things to make me feel better about myself. And, I just have been struggling with just being happy with who I am, because your looks are just one part of you. It's not all of you. And I realize that, but I think the problem is you see these Instagram models who definitely doctor up their photos. They're not even being authentic, and they're putting out this image and making everyone think that that's how they naturally look. And men believe it, women believe it. We all think that there's a perfect person who exists out there, when in reality, they have cellulite, they have wrinkles, they have greasy hair, they get acne. They're using angles and Facetune to smooth out, carve out, give them things that they don't have. Maybe they make their butt look a little bigger, their boobs look a little bigger. You can literally do anything to your photo to warp it to make yourself look like the perfect person or the perfect version of yourself. And it's making others who view that thinking that's real feel like garbage. And it's interesting being almost in my 30s and being the most insecure I've ever been in my life, because I have more to compare myself to than ever before. There's just so many things out there. I'm always on my phone, I'm always on the internet, I'm always watching TV. There's just not anywhere you can go where there isn't a digital screen displaying some sort of image. And it's interesting because we're trying to come to a place where body positivity is a normal thing. We embrace different sizes, colors, backgrounds, and facial features and heights and whatever. But then again, you still have this image of people wanting to perfect themselves. So you have this battle of people wanting authenticity, but then you have the other people who want to doctor up their photos and not be authentic. So it's a hard place to be. It's hard to know what's real and what's not real. But the point is, comparing yourself should have never been, in the plan. Why do we compare ourselves? Why is that person better than me? Why do they have more than I have? Why is image so important? Is it because we want others to validate us? Is it because we want to be perfect and better than anyone else? What is the end goal? That's what I try to really think about, is what is the goal here? Am I trying to be the prettiest person who ever lived? And for what? Just to age anyway and get old and die one day? No one cares. People remember what people did, kindness, education, making a difference in the world. These things are so important, but yet we focus on image. What did that person look like? Rather than what they did with their life. And, you hear about a girl could be gorgeous, but she had no brains. She's just not attractive. It's true. You could have it all externally, but if you have no substance and depth, you're not going to attract people for very long. That's the thing. Someone might lust after you, but after a while, there's going to be nothing else you can give them, because they're going to get tired of your looks. And then if you have nothing to, and if you have nothing else to you, like personality and intelligence, people are just not going to stick around. So it just goes to show that image is just not as important as we think it is. And I sometimes come to this place where I feel like, okay, I'm happy with who I am because I'm a good person. I'm very smart. I have so much to offer. I have so much potential still. I have all these dreams and talents, and I'm not even utilizing all of my talents, and I'm so worried about the way I look all the time, and it's using up time, valuable time that I could be using to better myself and, educate myself more and work on my talents and things that actually produce more than just a good looking face. So, I've kind of come to this crossroads where it's like I can keep going down this path of, okay, I want to really invest in my looks so I can finally be happy and feel better about myself, and then I won't, feel insecure anymore. Or I can just accept myself the way I am now, maybe do a couple of enhancements like, microblading my brows or maybe getting my boobs done one day, and then just accepting everything else the way it is and just investing in more education or, making myself a better person. And I think it has a lot to do with where I'm at now in life, having a career and really, and being married, and, I want a family, and my priorities are starting to shift a little. And sure, I still want to look good. I still want to feel good. I'm a fitness enthusiast, for goodness sake. I think body image is very important. I think taking care of yourself is important. Putting your best foot forward is important. Impressions are good, a good thing. But I don't think looks are the end all be all. I think there's so much more to being a person and investing your time in more than just looking good, because it's not going to last anyway. I mean, it's good to take care of yourself and, not to eat like garbage or to stay up every night or to, abuse your body. I think that's, obviously wrong. And I think, taking care of your image is important. But I don't think like really altering yourself is healthy unless it's something you absolutely want to do. But, it's hard to realize like, okay, at this point in my life, do I really want to invest in those things? Because, it's a big investment and it'll change the way I look, and will I feel different afterwards? Will it be what I always dreamed it would feel like? And I'm not sure. I don't think happiness, forms automatically as soon as you get something done. And I don't think sadness fades necessarily once you get something done. I think it's more of an internal thing. Like I, knocked myself down for years and years and years and told myself I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not pretty enough, no one's going to like me, I'm not, smarter than other people, I don't have a high paying job like other people, I don't have all these things. And I would just tear myself down, and I think that did a lot of damage that overnight can't just be wiped away because I get a boob job. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot that I need to work on myself and reevaluate how I talk to myself and love myself before I do anything. So that's a daily battle, and I am realizing that building myself back up and, really telling myself that who I am is an incredible person and I've accomplished so much and I'm going to accomplish so much more and I'm so blessed, and I need to remind myself of these things daily in order to love myself to the point where I feel confident and ready to take on the world and, not quick to compare myself to other people anymore. So that's where I'm at in my self-love journey. It's a journey and it's a never-ending one. I think this will be a lifelong battle through different stages of life. I don't think anyone is really at the end point to bettering themselves or, being the best version. I think it's just a lifelong journey. So I wanted to just talk about this and encourage you, if you're, tearing yourself down, really evaluate why that is. Why are you tearing yourself down? Is it something that's so important to you? I mean, really dig down deep and understand where that's coming from, why, and how you can then make a plan to change that. It starts today, Don't start tomorrow. Start right now loving yourself and treating yourself the way you deserve to be treated. That's it today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I have other videos that you might be interested, so I will definitely link some throughout. So definitely check out more of my content. And until I see you in my next video, bye.